Gaudy. Gaudy Stats. Gaudy Stats. Good God, that's Gaudy. Welcome to Gaudy Stats.
With Ben Simmons.
What's on the menu, Benny boy?
Hello and welcome. Great to have you. Make yourself comfortable. Today, we're going to talk about triple doubles. Everybody loves them. Everybody loves triple doubles. Everybody. I mean, I love them. I like 5x5 stat lines more. And we'll talk about that. But I read this interesting article, excuse me, that was sent to me by my friend Rushman. And it was written by Danny Chau of The Ringer. Good writer. I really enjoyed the article. It was basically just about the huge spike in triple doubles last year. And why were there so many? Because of Russ West. He was unleashed. And, he gets into a lot of different things in the article, which we'll go over. And I did some research of my own. But it's fascinating. They've kind of been, at least in the last 3 years, Danny contends, they've been devalued. I don't totally agree with that. We'll get into it. But first, before we get into the triple doubles, listen, I'm rolling solo today. I'm all alone in the cockpit. I'm flying blindfolded. No, I couldn't think of any more metaphors. I'm in the catbird seat. Is that the cockpit? What is that? But I gotta tell you this story really fast. This thing that happened to me. All right, cut the music. So I'm walking in the park yesterday. All right, I'm on my way to the grocery store. Just trying to be a little active, trying to walk instead of drive. Blah blah blah. I'm walking through the park, and this little kid runs up to me, and he's like giggling like a crazy person, like a real wacko. This little wacko kid. Okay, here's what happened. Oh, Steve Nash, I love you, Steve Nash. Oh, hey. Okay. Hey, what? All right, is your mom here? Oh, is your mom? Are your parents here? Is this someone's kid? Hello? Hey. So this kid was basically a roadblock. I went right, he went left. I went left, he went right. He wouldn't let me get by him. It was absurd. I mean, this really happened. Why are you laughing so incessantly? You sound insane. You realize that? Could you please let me get by? Excuse me. Let me get by, please. Could you let? Is this someone's child? Hello? Is this someone's child? You won't let me walk by him. Hey, excuse. Get out of the way. Get the fuck out of the way. All right, I didn't actually throw him down. That was what I wanted to do. I basically ended up doing some sort of like juke Deion Lewis spin move to get past this kid. It was so weird. And the most annoying thing was, as I was leaving, I looked over my shoulder, and the mom was with this kid, and she was like glaring at me. She wasn't like, I gotta stop saying like, for God's sake. She was glaring at me as if I had done something wrong. I was just walking in the park, a regular person, just enjoying the overcast Portland 45-degree weather with drizzle. I'm walking on the trail, and this little bugger runs up to me, cackling like a crazy witch. Gets in my way. I can't get by. Folks, what's a guy to do? Huh? How's it my fault, lady? Huh? How's it my fault? I'm just a pedestrian, okay? I was just walking down the trail. Okay, lady, you can take your kid and get the fuck out of the park. right? I don't ever want to see you around here again. No, I didn't. I just didn't understand why she's glaring at me. Why are you gonna look at me like that? All right, your kid got in my way. Anyways, okay. Well, with this pod, this triple double, delicious 3-piece pod, what are we gonna have? How about some green chilies? Ooh, on the side with a little bit of that shredded barbacoa, or maybe even some of that lean pork loin. You shred that up there, shred the barbacoa with the green chilies, let it stew for a bit. Ooh, boy, I tell you what. A little bit of that, put some hot sauce on that, put it over some rice maybe. Oh, and then take it up one more notch, as my boy Emerald would say. Bam! 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 Like a little bit of boom, hits you right. Bam! Boom! How about some guacamole on top of that? Ooh, like a big old scoop of guacamole right on top. Forget about it. That might be one of my favorite things right there. Guacamole makes everything better. Avocado makes everything better. I'm an avocado head. I'm a guacamole head. What do you want? All right, I love it. I eat like 3 or 4 a day sometimes. Not even kidding. All right, anyways, let's get to the meat of the podcast. No pun intended. Let's hit it. Okay, folks. Last year, there were 117 triple doubles. Okay? That's a lot. That's a whole hell of a lot. And that was spurned on by Mr. Russell Westbrook. Okay? He had 42 last year. The man averaged a triple double. Okay, so it's obvious he's going to have a lot. All right, but I looked back. So Danny Chau's article, Danny Chau of The Ringer, associate editor, his article. And by the way, I try to get Danny on the pod, but we're small time, man. We're small time. We can't get these people yet. We will eventually. Okay, I sent him a little message through Twitter. No response. Hey, that's okay. I don't take it personal, man. But it was a cool article. He went through kind of like he was contending that triple doubles, pace is going up, so triple doubles are going up. Well, let's just look at the last 10 years. Okay, I've written down the triple doubles for each year to kind of give you an idea. So this year so far, this is January 11th, 2018. Okay? There have been 43 triple doubles so far. All right, so we're on pace for like 90, maybe a little less. Still a lot though, because let's look back. Okay, last year, as I said, 117. 2015-16, 75. Okay, 2014-15, 46. The year before that, 46 again. Year before that, 42. 2011-12, 18. 2010-11, 37. 2009-10, 23. And then 2008-09, 30. So you might look at those numbers, and listen, I'm not a statistician. I can't even say the word, man. All right? I'm an appreciator of the stats, but one could say that Kevin Durant leaving Oklahoma City for the Golden Hills of the Bay Area. Oh, God, I just love the Bay Area, man. So beautiful. I miss it. I used to live there. Go back there. I got some family there. Brother. Anyways, what about I like divulging my personal details about my life on this podcast? Why would I do that? So you can get to know me better? Okay, I'm not making any sense. But all that stuff I said was, listen, I'm just looking at the stats in front of me, okay? And I'm making my own observations. And they might be observations of a fucking idiot, but they are observations nonetheless, okay? But Russell Westbrook became the triple-double king because Durant left, all right? He had a lot when Durant was there too. Don't get me wrong now, okay? Please don't get me wrong. All right? 2015-16, he still led the league in triple-doubles with 18. All right? Last time I checked, Durant was playing on the Thunder that year. Okay? Draymond Green, coincidentally, in 2015-16 had 13. So the man is doing work as well. But when you look at these numbers, okay, so let's look at the to put it all in perspective a little bit. I found this list on NBA.com, and it's the most triple doubles in season for entire NBA. Okay, so at the top of the list was this past year, 2016-17, as I've mentioned, 117. Then 1988-89, when Magic Johnson had 17 triple-doubles. The number, folks, was 78. Okay? That's second place on the list. There was 117 first. That was last year. 1988-89, 78. The third on the list, folks, 2015-16. As I had mentioned, 75 triple-doubles in the NBA. This is all the NBA. Russell, our boy, the Brodie, had 18. The interesting thing, though, is, all right, so is this all because of Russell Westbrook? Is he the fulcrum driving the triple double train? Triple double. Try to say triple double 5 times fast. Really, triple double, triple. I can't do it. But I'm looking. So a lot of the rule changes and hand checking things happened a while ago. So 2014-15, only 46. All right, and that was the most. 46. It starts going down from there. 46 and 13, 14, and it goes down from there. I just don't know. This could be an aberration, or it could be the new norm. I mean, maybe as long as Russell's in the league, it's going to be the new norm. But other players, like Danny Chau points out, like Raymond, not Raymond Felton, Ty Lawson got a triple-double. And people when a broken down Ty Lawson is getting a triple-double, something could be afoot. Something could be afoot. Let's get back. Let's get back to the all-time list, okay? So 2 out of the past 3 years find themselves in the top 3 of most triple-doubles in season for entire NBA. Last year and then 2 years ago. In 1961-62, when the great Oscar Robertson averaged a triple-double, there were 65 triple-doubles. Guess how many he had? 41. So he had 41 of the 65. Okay? Now, let's take a look at how many Russell had last year. I think he had 40. Yeah, he had 42, and there were 117 total. So, as Danny Chau points out, you got all kinds of people getting triple-doubles. Tim Frazier had triple-double last year. Ty Lawson, as I mentioned. Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, you could expect him to get a triple-double, but it's kind of insane to think about. Wait, Draymond Green had a triple-double with blocks? Forgot about that. Oh, Draymond. Oh, my God. Or was it steals? Oh, man, I had forgotten about this. Just really fast here. I think it was February 9th, 2017, or maybe it was 10th. The article was 10th, but I think it was on the 9th. Oh, goodness gracious. Draymond Green. He had a triple-double with no points. And I had forgotten about this, folks. And wow. Oh, man. This was last year. Okay. He had 4 points, but he finished with 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 steals. And he took just 6 shots. That man had 10 steals. God, oh. Woo! Oh, that's so gaudy. Jesus. Oh. Draymond, well done, sir. I am, wow, I had forgotten about that. Nikola Jokic, Say it right, Simmons. The Joker. He had 6 triple-doubles last year. All right? Julius Randle had 3 triple-doubles last year. That's why the great Zach Lowe loves Julius Randle. He thinks he's got something. I kind of agree with him there. Kevin Durant had 1. Eric Bledsoe had 1. Malcolm Brogdon had 1. I guess the point I and Danny Chau were trying to make is it's opened the door to more triple-doubles. What has opened the door, Simmons? The answer may lie with pace. That's right, folks. How fast these guys are playing. So Danny breaks it down. Let me just read from this article right now, okay? According to Basketball Reference's pace numbers, which go back to the 1973-74 season, this season, the 2017-18 season, so far has been played at the fastest tempo in over 25 years. The game has sped up considerably in the past 3 seasons. Current 2017-18 figures have seen a 3.6% jump in pace compared to 2014-15, an unprecedented unprecedented rate of increase in league history. He goes on, the relationship between pace and triple doubles is obvious. More possessions mean more opportunities to accomplish things on the court. The ripple effects of an up-tempo league permeate nearly every facet of the game, facet of play. Seasons with the highest assist averages across the league correlate with seasons that have the highest league-wide pace. Offensive rebounding rate has fallen precipitously, I did okay with that one, since the turn of the century. The 19 worst offensive rebounding seasons in NBA history all came in the past 19 seasons. But it's gotten even steeper since 2014-15 when it had fallen to 25.1%. It's at 22.2 this season. Huh. This is interesting. This is he goes on. Teams have never been more cognizant of transition defense than they are today, which means an emphasis on setting up defense before the opponent can exploit any gaps. This, in turn, leaves plenty of defensive rebounds to be had completely uncontested. Enter Westbrook. Enter James Harden. Enter the other Ben Simmons, not the original. That's me. The other Ben Simmons. I was here first, Ben. Okay. LeBron James. Enter LeBron. Enter Giannis, a.k.a. the Greek god. Enter Chris Paul. CP3. In a league that's playing the fastest it's played in over a quarter century, every split second counts. Having the rebound go to your lead ball handler is not only effective, it will soon be the norm if we haven't already gotten to that point. It's really fast. It's just interesting because, you watch the games and you see, I remember Jason Kidd would start the fast break all the time. He'd get the rebound. And we all know about Jason Kidd's rebounding. All right? I mean, we all know the kind of numbers he put up. 15, 16, 14, 13 rebounds some nights. He get like the 15 triple doubles. That's the kind of numbers Jason Kidd would put up. All right. And he would get some offensive rebounds, but not a lot, mainly to start the break. But Danny in this Ringer article continues. It's interesting about what the future may hold for the NBA in regards to pace and triple doubles. He says, should the current rate of increase hold by 2020-21, league-wide pace would enter the realm of 80s NBA basketball. Oh, I hope so. Oh, man. i.e. the fastest the game has ever been played in the three-point era. What we've yet to discover is what that means when coupled with the league's ever-growing reliance on shooting from behind the arc. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. From 1979-80 to 1988-89, teams averaged 285 three-point attempts per season. By the end of this season, 2017-18 alone will eclipse the entire decade's output eightfold. At their current rate, the Rockets will make more threes in 51 games than the average NBA team in the 80s did through the entire decade. The entire decade. Man. The NBA's near future could be completely unrecognizable. He finishes that paragraph with that stunner of a sentence. Oh, man. It's just wild. But I agree with what Danny's saying for the most part. You know, reading the article again, kind of letting it soak in a little bit. I agree with what he's saying, but I do think this Westbrook situation was kind of a perfect storm. And I think he definitely touches on that too. But it's like the man had the whole team to himself. He had crazy usage. You know what? Let's take a look at his season. I'm curious about, because I remember looking at it all the time throughout the last season. And I was like, this man's not shooting very well. You know, he's not very efficient. But he just had so much usage. And he only played 34.6 minutes. I mean, that's actually a lot by today's standards. Even though he's playing 36 minutes, he's playing 36 minutes this year. But he had 31. Okay, so he shot 24 times. This is last year, 2016-17. All right, Russell Westbrook. He made 10.2 field goals out of 24 attempts for a 42.5 field goal percentage. Now, that's not very good, but he was taking so many shots, and he was like the team was so reliant on him to score, which I understand. They didn't have a lot of offensive firepower, and he was forced to a certain degree. He did shoot 34.3% from three, which is not good. He's never been a good three-point shooter. He took 7.2 of them. He can get hot. Don't get me wrong. He can get hot. He shot 45.9% from the two, on just strictly two-pointers. So if he was more, his game was more around the basket, more of his patented, pull-up jump shots, which he's so effective at. Russell Westbrook, when he gets to the foul line with that little pull-up, is that unguardable? Is that an unguardable shot when Russell Westbrook at full speed coming at you and then just pulls up on a dime, like right near the free throw line or the elbow? That might be unguardable. It's spectacular. I can't even talk. It's spectacular to watch. The funny thing is, and Danny's article mentions this. Russell is averaging 25, 9.6 rebounds and 10 assists this year. He might do it again, man. It's just, and that would be interesting because he's got Carmelo and Paul George, but it's like what was said in the article about point guards starting the break. He's getting all these rebounds, especially in the fourth. When they're trying to come back or something, they're down and he's like speeding the game up. So his triple double season, Westbrook put up 10.7 rebounds, only 1.7 offensive rebounds, which is actually pretty good for a guard, but he got 9 on the defensive end. And then he had 10.4 assists. So, and 1.6 steals. He's getting 2 steals this year. Man, he's a thief. He's a thief in the night. Not as much as Chris Dunn this year. Actually, Chris Dunn's getting 2 a game as well, probably the same amount as Russell, but Chris Dunn has been thieving. He's been swiping balls from people, swiping people's balls, grabbing their balls and taking them home with them, keeping them. Chris Dunn, everybody. Oh man, these stats are just washed over me. I feel kind of lost now. I mean, this is impressive. impressive. I would have voted Russell as the MVP last year, just like Danny mentions in this article. I would have voted. I mean, he averaged a triple-double. Yes, the era. Yes, the pace. Yes. But the man averaged a triple-double, okay? You got to reward that. Maybe in the future they won't reward it as much. I think Danny even mentions that in his article. They might not reward it as much. It might be a little devalued, okay? But I still think it means something, okay? I still think even by today's standards, a triple-double is a sign that somebody, the person who got that triple-double, did a lot of great things on the court, okay? And helped their team win in a lot of different ways. But, what if KD never left? What if Russell was just still playing with KD and didn't have that crazy season? I don't know if the numbers would pop as much. I do think the pace is changing things, okay? I just searched for total triple-doubles in the 80s. I can't find it, but I can find this chart on the statistics website, 538. They go back to 1984, and they measure the number of triple-doubles per 100 games. So I'm not an advanced stats guy. By the way, it's raining really hard, so you might hear some raindrops. But let's take a look, okay? So the chart is the number of triple-doubles per 100 games since 1984. So 84, there were about 3.5, all right? Then it goes up to about 5.2-ish. Then it goes up to about 6.5-ish. Then it goes to 7.2, around there. Then in 92, it's back down to 2 per 100 games. So all those games every night, all those games are all added up. So every 101 of those games, that's how many triple-doubles there are per how many of those games there are. All right? And all the way in 2016, it's back up to 6. But in between 2016 and 92, it was in the 2 to 4 to 3, that in the 2 to 4 range. All right, and it even dipped below 2 a little bit in 2012. So check it out. Check out this chart on 538. It was done last year, so they don't have this year's stats. It might have even been done, let's see, April 11, 2016. So it's kind of old, but it gives you an idea of what triple-double numbers were like in years past. It's interesting. I gotta get a analyst guy on this pod to explain everything, explain things to me, so that I can read some of these statistics a little bit better. Because listen, folks, I'm a simpleton, all right? A simple-minded boy from Kentucky, okay? I don't know much about nothing. I'm just here to sit on the porch and have a little tobacco, a little coarse black tobacco, and eat that tobacco up and think, oh my God, I'm losing it. All right, so where does this leave us, okay? Nowhere. We've gotten nowhere. We started out somewhere and we're back where we started. No, I'm kidding. But no, I think that triple-double probably has been devalued a little bit. I've been swayed by reading the article by Danny and also looking at some of these stats. They're very interesting. And in fact, in this 538 article, they have something else that's cool. It's players who have averaged a pace-adjusted triple-double. Okay? So, here's what they say. Adjusting for pace shows that Westbrook, this is when he was doing his crazy numbers, that Westbrook is in rarefied territory in averaging a triple-double per 100 possessions. And he did it last year, too. They're talking about 2015. It's an exclusive group. Only 8 players have ever done so for a season. And just 4 of them, Westbrook, LeBron, Jason Kidd, Magic Johnson, have done it for multiple seasons. Also on this list, Draymond Green this season, which was last year. So, Draymond Green, 2016, Golden State Warriors. 99.6 pace, 19.2 points, 13.3 rebounds, and 10.4 assists. Wow. But Westbrook, 34 points, 11 rebounds, 14.9 assists. And then Westbrook again, 41 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. But what about the pace per year? Like, let's go way back. All right, let's go way back. Okay, so pace, a pace factor, an estimate of possessions per 48 minutes. Okay, so the top 10 paces of all time. All right, start number 10, the 1984-85 season. 102.1. Now, isn't that the year that John Stockton blew up with his assist numbers? No, it's not. But he did blow up in 87-88. Cool story, Simmons. Thanks, man. 85-86, 102.1. 1979-80. 103.1. This is league-wide pace, folks. NBA. 82-83. 103.1. So these are like high pace numbers for the 80s, and now we're going to get into the 70s. 1974-75. 104.5. Okay, for reference, this year so far, there's a league-wide 97 pace, folks. So, I mean, in 1976-77, it was 106.5. And the very top, the 1973-74 season in the NBA, it was 107.8, which is over 1 point more than the previous, than the second place, which is 106.7 in 1977-78. Okay? That's league wide. Excuse me. I'm fumbling with my words. 107.8. This year it's what did I say? 97.2 so far. Okay, so there were less teams back then. All right, there wasn't a 3-point line. You know, in some of these years. Like if you look at the 3-point percentages, it's very interesting. Let's see, 2014-15, 35% league-wide. In 82-83, it was 23.8. That's a huge jump. 07-08 season, 2007-2008, 36.2. The 3-point shooting has definitely changed things. But it's just fascinating to look at. Go to the Basketball Reference /league/NBA stats and check out the pace per season. It's very interesting. So I mean, the more things change, the more they stay the same, which is a stupid old phrase that your annoying uncle used to say, but it's kind of true in this situation. You know, we got to look back and look at the pace. I wish we had more of the stats from the 70s. I wish we could see, more steals, the more triple doubles. I wish we had those stats, because I think the recent boom might not seem like such a boom. So you know what? I flip-flopped, and now I flopped back, and then I flipped again, and so now I'm kind of back where I started. All right? Thanks a lot, Danny Chau. You just mind-fucked me. I'm losing it, all right? So this has been a fun, quick pod. We're gonna call it quits. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back soon for some more content for your ear holes. I said it, for your ears. We're gonna put it right in your ear holes. Get ready. Here we come. Thanks for listening. Bye bye. Okay, bye bye.